Alright, we've got my little old shed there anyway, and I'm going to extend it 4 metres going sideways into where that space there. I'm going to get the bobcat and I'll level all this ground out, pull it right back, and then that'll be at the sub-basement of the concrete. There's so much junk here you can't see it. Anyway, you can see the concrete there. That's approximately 5 inches or 125 mil. So all of this here will be pulled out with a bobcat, and it'll be down below the concrete level, and then I can fix all that up. You've got these, all the purlins that go on the sides. That's a roof sheeting. You've got 3.1 on the front and 2.5 sheets on the back. That's the short sheets. The tall, longest ones there, there's 6.1 and a touch, and that'll go up because that's a shed, as you see. It's high at the front and tapers down at the back. And there we've got one polycarb sheet, which will give us a fair bit of light going through. And then underneath this, I've got the truss that I've made. So that truss goes from there. You see the other leg just over here. Yep, down there, that's it, just there. So anyway, that's the old bobcat sitting there at the moment, and then that will come through. Then I've got a lot of room to go around, and I have to move this junk here. I've just thrown everything out to one side just for the moment, but that's all going to come back, and then all of this gear will be cleaned up as well. Well, we've got the old bobcat out again. I had to turn around and fix up the starter motor, which is, as you can see, that's the starter motor down there somewhere. And then that shiny bit is the new solenoid, which I had to put on. Anyway, what I've been doing is I've levelled out the left hand side of the shed there, and then that was very, very low compared to that. So what I've had to do is run a string line going from there to work out where to face the concrete. And see, yep, it's definitely level. See the bubbles in the middle? So what I'll do is that sheet, which is the second sheet in the middle, that's about the edge of the shed. Then I'll put another peg in over here, run a string line, make it level. Just would have been easy with 2 people. Once I've got the scene as here, I don't know if you can see, that's about 2.5 3 inches difference in the ground. That's from the top of the concrete just there. Yep. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some boards across there, and then I'll sort of screed it out so I've got the 5 inches of concrete. Well, we're getting there slowly. I've had to take the corner shielding off this so I can work out where the corners are. Got a board there. Now that's 125 mil. That is with the level floor. Then that'll go across to there. Now that's horizontal according to level. The one at the back is level, and then I'll put that one, so that's a 6 metre one, so they're just there for a frame. So then I can work out the sand has to come out to the base of those boards, right to the base. Now once all of those, that's to the base, they're to the base, all that level, then that'll be concrete level. Because over here, that's approximately 125 mil, 5 inch, whatever. But over here, there's big gaps under it, so I have to fill that in. So, but anyway, we're getting there slowly, so it's just a matter of screeding it back and getting that to the level at where that is over there. Well, I've finished all of the bobcat work as far as I can go. As you can see, there's a board here, one over there, one right at the back there. That is my maximum outer area. The front one here and the one right down the back actually lines up with the concrete, so when I draw it across, it'll be the same. Well, should be straight in line with the workshop. And then that's only just a section there so I can put boards in and screed it out. What I've done is I've used this. Well, see how this is all screeded out? That is concrete base level just here. Now this section here, what I've done, that board there is actually going to go, well, goes on the ground like so. Like so. Now that ends up being level with that. I've got my horizontal string line. See the string line there? That is a fraction. I know it's pretty close. And then that will be right across to that point over here. to here or to the end, and then what I'll do, I'll screw this whole section out here, so that'll be equal with this one. Then when I've screwed this level, so I've got my concrete base level, then I'll turn around and do this last section, and once they're up, then I'll be digging a hole. I'll work it out, so I've got 3.8 metres, try and get out the sun, sorry, 3.8 metres from the column there to, which comes out to about here somewhere, and then I'll just dig those in roughly, bring my purlins across, bolt them up, and that should be just about ready to well, to install it, I suppose. Once I've got the actual framework up, then I can put the sheet tin in, then I can get it concrete. But anyway, I'll bring it back after I've done a bit more. I've done a bit there, as you can see. I've already gone through the two sections here, and I'm on the third one, which, yeah, about there somewhere, and I'm just screeding the end of it now. Well, we're slowly getting there. That's the shed, as you can see. Now this whole side on the here, that's actually going to be taken off, and that'll be put onto this side here. But at the moment, I've got my square, well, rectangle grid frame in, as you can see. Now what I've done, I've got this extended off the concrete there, and I've made up all these sections, and I've actually screeded all of this section down, all along here, and that's all approximately 5 inches or 125 mil deep. Now over here we can see the actual concrete floor level there, but over here what they've done is yeah, I don't know what they've done. It looks like a big mess, so I won't know the exact level on the inside till I've got all of this sheeting off here. But anyway, the next step will be to put this truss here, that truss assembly. That's this big one there. That's already made up exactly the same as what's inside this particular wall in here. Anyway, so what will happen is I just need to drill a series of holes on going up and down on this one here, over there and on here, and then that will be sitting just in here if I can get around. Yep. Now that'll be here, which is around 3.8 metres across, and by the time it's all finished it'll be 4 metres. So not that left hand sheet, but the one over to the right in the middle, that's roughly where this truss is going to go, and then that from virtually there, all there will be concrete in, have all the tin up and everything else. Now these are the purlins. That's the long part, that's these ones here. Now what I'll be doing is, that's like a C channel that actually goes across, comes down and back again, so it's got a small 20mm edge in there that bolts up against the frames. Then those edges there is what the actual tin bolts onto. Now they're going to have to be bolted one on each end, so one there, one here sort of thing. Then here we've got a sheet of polycarbonate, that's the roof sheeting. That's a clear one, that's 6.1 metres long or thereabouts. Then I've got another 5 or 6 to go on the roof. Then underneath that I've got 2 sets. One is just about 3.1, that'll be on the front of the shed, which goes there. And then the other one, because it's a slanted shed, it's actually 2.5 metres on the back there, and it's about 3.1 or 3.16, something like that. So then that'll be made exactly the same to come over here. Alright, we've progressed a bit further here. Now these 4 pieces, purlins, whatever you want to call them, doesn't really matter. Now these are the 5 that go on the roof. That's the workshop. Now there's one there, and then there's one on the other end, and then there's 3 span in between. Now the thing is, oops, we've even got weeds trying to get in on the act, doesn't really matter. These are different because they come up 50mm from the bottom to the top, so these have to go and sit like that going down the side, because that part there, that bolts up against the plate, and I'll show the plate in a minute. So that's 25mm in on each one, then that's and 50mm up, whereas the ones down the back here, they're slightly different because you have to allow for an overhang, because when you get the width of one of these, which is, I don't know, probably 30mm, whatever it is, the width of that has to protrude further out, because there's a flashing here which the side tin goes onto. So as I said, they're 50mm up, and these are about 66mm in. So when that's bolted up, that allows an overhang on there as well. So those ones are strictly for the roof, and then these ones here are strictly for the sides. So there's 3 on each side, so the vertical tin can go in, and these ones are just a straight 25mm in, and they're in the centre. So that's an 80mm, so that's 40mm, or 2 inch, just under 2 inches. Well, anyway, it's not, because 80mm is a lot less. Anyway, so they're all drilled in the centre. These 3 here, because these will bolt up on the side like that, so these go on the rear, and I'll show you this as we go through. Like, that's the front of the shed, of course, or the workshop, whatever. This is the rear. So what happens is the flat part bolts in here on the truss, and that when that's flat, then the C channel comes in, and where the 20mm C is, that's where the tin screws onto. So that'll be a complete side. Now as we come back over, now the top truss for the roof, one goes there, there's another one on here as well, and the as I said, it's 50mm up, and then that will go flat over there. And then that's the same for this one here. this one and there, so we've got 5 in total going across. Otherwise, now all we have to do is work out. I'll get a couple of these side ones. I'll bolt one on each side, on the bottom one in the centre probably, like one down there, one up there, and then I'll just place it now, and I'll work out exactly where to dig my holes for the leg bases, which is that part down there. So that's that part down there. So the leg base will go on there, then I'll start bolting it together, I hope. Oh well, we're getting a bit closer. I've got the workshop shut, closed, whatever, locked. The only things, I've had to take all of the side panels off there, so that's pretty well open, but I'll put a tarp on there because it's supposed to be raining. Don't want the rain going over the milling machine and everything. Anyway, I've got the top truss there, then we got that one, that one says, that's the roof one. There's 3 side ones here, and as you can see on the back here, we've got our upper truss right on the edge, then we've got the 3 side ones, and then we've got the ones that hold the metal on, which is on the roof. They're all in there as well. As you can see, that's there. So I've got 2 more to put on, which I haven't taken them off the side of the shed there because I haven't been able to at this stage. But there's one going from here right across to the other side. Then there's another one going from there, going straight across over there, about there. And when that's all finished, what we'll be doing then is, because I just rechecked the alignment, but it's all square at the moment. Then once all that's bolted up, then I'll put a couple of bags of Fastcrete in that hole and one on the other side, and that'll stabilise all of this. And also there's another column to go in the centre here, or one of these posts in the centre. So then that'll be cemented into the down in the bottom there as well. Otherwise we'll just have to keep you updated.